Good afternoon, everybody. This is the first video update for Super Typhoon Juan, or Megi. Juan was last located 500 kilometers east-northeast of Tuguegarao. Data taken 11 AM Philippine time, so this may be a bit old now. I expect the latest location to be around 450 or 480 kilometers. Anyway, max sustained winds are at 270 kilometers an hour, with gusts reaching up to 325 kilometers an hour. Juan is moving westward at 25 kilometers an hour, minimum pressure at 910 hectopascals. This is the satellite loop from Naval Research Lab of the United States Navy, and you can see the well-defined eye on the 15 nautical miles in diameter, and just overall just impressive looking storm, really symmetrical, good outflow, really organized as it approaches northern Luzon. Really scary there, and due to this impending storm, there we go, Pag-asa has raised public storm signal warnings for a lot of provinces. Signal number 3 under Cagayan, Calayan Group of Islands, Babuyan Group of Islands, and Isabela. Signal number 2 for Batanes Group of Islands, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Apayao, Abra, Mountain Province, Kalinga, Ifugao, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, and Northern Aurora. Signal number 1 meanwhile for La Union, Pangasinan, Nueva Ecija, and the rest of Aurora. Again, this is taken 11 AM Philippine time, so expect on their 5 PM update to raise signal number 4 warnings for Cagayan or Isabela. Just check Pag-asa's website for the latest information on that. Anyway, looking at the latest infrared satellite imagery here, you can see that we have still some cold cloud tops on the northern side of storms. It usually is indicative of strengthening typhoon, so I still expecting one final burst of intensification before landfall, perhaps reaching maybe even 280 kilometers an hour or 150 knots. Very impressive for this typhoon. As for the track, well, right now Megi or Juan is moving westward. You can see this is a steering flowchart from CIMSS. You can see this two huge cyclonic flow, anti-cyclonic flow, or high pressure subtropical ridges actually, and Megi is tracking towards this subtropical ridge, and which will keep Megi down south and push it towards northern Luzon. I expect Megi is forecast to continue moving westward and then turn west-southwest upon landfall, exiting somewhere in Ilocos Sur or La Union. And computer models are in very close agreement with Megi's track for the next 24 to 36 hours. However, they do diverge significantly after that. Some models taking Megi back into Taiwan, while here we have the UK Met model moving it straight towards Vietnam, and we have here from the NOGAPs bringing it to Hong Kong. So people from these areas need to pay attention for the latest developments. Well, this is our forecast for Super Typhoon Juan. We expect it to continue intensifying and will remain a Category 5 typhoon prior to landfall. And the general track moving west-southwest, passing near Vigan and exiting Philippine Islands very early on Tuesday, and finally exiting the Philippine area of responsibility somewhere around Wednesday morning. Again, Juan is expected to weaken significantly as it crosses northern Luzon due to the mountainous terrain there, weakening to around Category 2 typhoon upon exiting the island of Luzon. We have here a more in-depth forecast, and we're forecasting landfall sometime around 12 noon on Monday, 50 kilometers east-southeast of Apari, the strength of around 270 kilometers an hour, and then crosses Cordillera, weakening rapidly into Category 2 typhoon. It will move very near city of Vigan Monday night. Well, the winds is expected to decrease significantly, but 175 kilometers is still very, very strong. And so it is forecast to exit the island very early on Tuesday, or late Monday actually, and then is forecast to exit the Philippine area of responsibility on Wednesday morning. And you can see that it is expected to re-intensify back into a Category 3 upon reaching South China Sea. Actually, over here, 5-day forecast by Thursday or Friday, Juan or Megi may actually reach Category 4 status again. Well, as for the rain, you can see here you have somewhat translucent indicating the range of very heavy rain, and we have here a couple of models. This is actually from a satellite image. You can see rainfall rates of around an inch per hour. That's very heavy rain right there. Expect that to increase around for 6-hour interval. I expect around more than 100 millimeters in 6 hours, very near the center. So towns around northern Cagayan and Isabela will face very heavy rain for the next 24 to 36 hours. Again, we have another. This one is from NOAA, and this is a 6-hour rainfall amount, currently indicating around 4 to 6 inches in 6 hours. So very, very heavy rain there. To be fair, let's take a look at Pag-asa's forecast for rain. Here they have a 24-hour rainfall, also indicating very heavy rain north of Luzon there, and somewhere in Cagayan also, and Cordillera region. Well, their scale only goes up to 110, but expect it to be around close to 250 millimeters. So a risk of flash flooding and landslide certainly, and damage to property, not only from the rain, but also brought about by the very strong winds. And this is it for our update, for our first video update. This is our first video update, so we're still working on some kinks, and it does look like amateurish for now, so rest assured that we will continue improving, and also keep visiting the site for latest updates, and also visit typhoon2000.com and Pag-asa as well for the latest updates. The images that we have used today or from the Naval Research Lab, CIMSS, and PAGASA, and NOAA. So this is it, and thanks for watching.